Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States and the Democratic nominee for president, just fielded questions from undecided and persuadable voters.
Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. Their unforgettable journeys. Two leaders, two drastically different paths, but both have left a lasting imprint on American politics. How did they rise to power, and what challenges shaped their success? Donald Trump's unexpected rise to the presidency shook the world. Kamala Harris makes history as the first female vice president of the United States. Let's dive into the journeys of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, their early lives, political campaigns, and their influence on America today.
Vice President Kamala Harris has labelled Donald Trump a fascist, echoing comments from his longest-serving Chief of Staff, John Kelly, who this week criticised.
Early life and background. Humble beginnings to national spotlight. Born into a wealthy family in Queens, New York, Trump grew up in a world of luxury. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer, and this environment fueled young Donald's ambition. After graduating from the Wharton School of Business, Trump quickly expanded his father's empire, eventually becoming a real estate mogul with a flair for self-promotion. In contrast, Kamala Harris was born in Oakland, California, to immigrant parents, her father, a Jamaican economist, and her mother, an Indian cancer researcher. Raised in a household grounded in civil rights activism, Harris was inspired from an early age to fight for justice. Her educational journey took her to Howard University and then UC Hastings College of the Law, where she laid the foundation for her career in public service.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump's intensifying efforts to attract undecided voters in battleground states with now just 12 days to go.
Entering the political arena, businessman meets prosecutor. Before entering politics, Trump built a global brand as a businessman and television personality, starring in the hit reality show The Apprentice. His larger-than-life persona made him a household name, but few could have predicted his pivot to politics. In 2015, Trump announced his candidacy for the presidency, running on a platform of populism, promising to make America great again. Against all odds, he won the 2016 election, defeating Hillary Clinton with 304 electoral votes to her 227. Kamala Harris' political career followed a more traditional path. After serving as District Attorney of San Francisco and California's Attorney General, Harris was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2016. Known for her sharp questioning during Senate hearings, Harris quickly gained national recognition. Her presidential run in 2019 may not have lasted long, but it positioned her as a formidable political figure, ultimately leading to her selection as Joe Biden's running mate in 2020. Presidential campaigns, strategies, surprises, and shifts. Trump's 2016 campaign shocked the political establishment. Running as an outsider, Trump capitalized on public disillusionment with Washington politics. He leveraged social media, particularly Twitter, to bypass traditional media and speak directly to voters. His rallies drew massive crowds, and his ability to energize a base of working-class, rural, and conservative voters propelled him to victory. Kamala Harris's 2020 campaign, while not as successful as Trump's initial run, laid the groundwork for her eventual role as vice president. During her time on the campaign trail, she focused on issues like criminal justice reform, healthcare, and immigration. While her campaign failed to gain the momentum needed for the nomination, her ability to command attention, particularly during debates, showcased her leadership potential. Political philosophy: populism versus progressivism. Trump's political philosophy centered around populism, nationalism, and protectionism. He promised to put America first, focusing on cutting taxes, renegotiating trade deals, and rolling back regulations. His hardline stance on immigration, including the controversial proposal to build a border wall with Mexico, resonated with his base, even as it polarized the nation. Harris' political stance is more progressive, advocating for policies that addressed systemic inequalities. She has pushed for criminal justice reform, healthcare expansion, and climate change action. As vice president, Harris plays a key role in advancing the Biden administration's agenda, particularly on social justice issues and voting rights. Achievements in office: Trump's presidency versus Harris' vice presidency. During his presidency, Trump achieved significant milestones, including tax reform, criminal justice reform, First Step Act, and renegotiating trade deals like the USMCA. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and response to racial protests, however, drew heavy criticism. His presidency was also marked by 2 impeachments, a historic first in American politics. As vice president, Harris has broken multiple glass ceilings. She has served as a key advisor to President Biden and played a critical role in passing the American Rescue Plan, helping steer the country through the COVID-19 crisis. Harris also cast the tie-breaking vote in a deadlocked Senate on numerous occasions, making her influence felt on key legislative matters. Controversies and challenges. Navigating turbulent waters. Trump's presidency was surrounded by controversy, from the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election to the January 6th Capitol riot in 2021. These events polarized the nation further, with many viewing Trump as a dangerous figure while others saw him as a champion of free speech and American values. Harris, too, has faced her share of criticism. Some on the left have questioned her past as a prosecutor, especially regarding her stance on criminal justice during her time as Attorney General of California. Additionally, the border crisis has posed challenges for Harris as she navigates her role in handling immigration policy. Legacy, impact on American politics in the future. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump has left an indelible mark on American politics. His brand of populism reshaped the Republican Party, and his influence continues to loom large, especially as speculation swirls about a possible 2024 run. Whether his legacy is viewed through the lens of economic growth or political division, Trump's impact cannot be denied. Harris' legacy is still unfolding, but her role as a symbol of progress for women and minorities is undeniable. As she continues to work alongside President Biden, her leadership and policy decisions will shape how future generations view her. If she one day becomes the first female president, her legacy will reach new heights. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, 2 political figures with vastly different journeys, have both transformed the landscape of American politics. From Trump's bold, unorthodox presidency to Harris' groundbreaking role as vice president, these leaders have defined and defied expectations at every turn. Where will their paths lead next? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, their influence on America's future is far from over. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth stories on the figures shaping our world today.